Good morning, everyone. It's Heather Danielle, your favorite psychic medium, or I should be your favorite psychic medium soon. And what spiritual coach? I need like a sign on thing. So let me know what you guys think. So I'm gonna go over here. You guys, I totally forgot. It's May 30th, so that means that we have to do a card of the month. And I was thinking too that we should do um a card of what God, goddess, master is with us this month. And then I wanted to do like a numerology to what number we should be focused on this month. Um, and then I'll post it and hopefully remember. But the thing is that this can be, oh, you know what? Okay, because these are these cards for like the number. So we're gonna do it. Oh, good morning, Tara. I missed everyone yesterday. Well, last week. How were you guys? Hi, Danette. Hi, Melissa. Oh my gosh, it was so weird. I really missed you guys on last Sunday. Okay. Ooh, you guys. Okay, I know it's not even 9 o'clock yet, but look, so this is going to be like our number card for the month of June, right? Creativity. So this is really awesome because it's like, okay, it's saying to be creative, get into your imagination mind, you know what I mean? Not your logical mind, right? It's also talking about like expansion, you know what I mean? The number three, and also the sacral and the solar plex chakra. You know what I mean? That's like in your, you know, right around your belly button and below. You know what I mean? I'm putting those two chakras together, the orange and the other one's yellow, but because I feel like they should go together. You know what I mean? It's like, that's just my opinion. That's how I do it. So definitely paying attention to your gut instincts and things like that going into the month of June, and making sure too that you're really taking care of yourself. You know what I mean? Your stomach, any kind of intestinal issues, that kind of thing, right? So I had to do that really quick. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, by the way, I didn't tell you guys this, but we're doing like a challenge. I don't know exactly what date yet, and that's going to lead into other cool stuff. But I'm thinking about doing the numerology, like literally doing so everyone can at least get the life path number, everyone can understand a little bit, or like their destiny number, that kind of thing. I thought that'd be really fun to do maybe during the challenge, because understanding your numerology helps you learn a little bit more about yourself. It's a little bit like astrology, like, oh, I'm a Libra, so I can't make decisions. You know what I mean? And so with numerology too, you're like, oh, wow, this might be the reason why that I'm feeling this way. Okay. Oh my gosh, in no way. Tara says my youngest was born on the 3rd and my middle was born on the 30th. Oh my goodness, Stu. So I would definitely keep an eye on your youngest that was born on the 3rd, because the 3rd. Okay, one more thing. I am thinking that we should get together like during the week sometime, like maybe like on a Wednesday or Thursday later on at like 6 or 6:30 Eastern time. What do you guys think about that? And maybe not do readings, but like maybe do it to where we answer questions, because I've gotten some really good questions like, how do I know how many lives that I've lived? You know what I mean? And then or like trusting, coming out of the spiritual closet, or you know what I mean? How can I do this or that? You know what I mean? I thought that would be really interesting. And we can have call it wine and wine, where, we have a glass of wine or whatever. Oh. Annette, how did everything go with your mom? Okay. I know you guys aren't coming on just to hear, listen to me drink my coffee. Okay, so we're gonna do this really quick. So this is gonna be the monthly things. Oh my gosh. Okay, I will never forget. Man, like this view goes in and out sometimes. Okay, I'll never forget one time when I was doing this. Like all of my coffee and cards used to be weekly card reading, right? And one time I was like, wow, I really feel Mother Mary with us, right? No joke, I pulled the Mother Mary card. It's on there. It's like you can see it, and it's so incredibly cool. Okay, I'm really drawn to this guy, but I'm gonna wait and see if he comes up. Oh, good morning, Rachel. Rachel. Moni! Oh my gosh, Moni, I know it's so early for you. Oh my gosh, you guys. This card deck is like crazy. I think what it is, okay, I just need one for like the collective, okay? Because I just feel like what they're saying right now is that there's just so many masters, goddesses, higher dimensional beings that are working with us, and each one of us kind of has like a different person, if you will, excuse me, just going and helping them depending on who or what they are dealing with at the time. So like Mother Mary is really good for people who are like, family or any works that have to do with, the community, like being a teacher. Mother Mary is often around, or with social work and that kind of thing, right? Oh, Nanette, you haven't done it yet. Okay, okay. For some reason, I was thinking it happened. I mean, I was thinking May 28th. Okay. Ooh, this is such a good one. Let me see if I can. I don't know her very well, but she's a nature goddess. So let me see. Serenios. Okay. 1 second. Okay. So this is going to be who's with us this year. And as you can see, very nature driven. And it says, express your divine driving passion. Ooh. Sorry, guys, getting a little personal. Hi, cover your kids' ears. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Let's read. Shall we? We shall, right? This is a deep buildup of life force within you now and need to channel it into action. You may have extra energy or be more alert than usual. Dude, that's been me for the last 2 days, right? Or be aware of a sense of increased sensual or sexual energy. If you have been unsure on how this ties into your spiritual path, know that it can allow you to access the richness of your soul. When we are not expressing ourselves sexually, our spiritual potential can be tamed or muted. So if you are denying yourself a desire, ask yourself how you can fulfill it. Ask that person. I'm so not good at names to help you access your sexual self so that you can express with integrity and in a way that honors your soul. If you and your partner are trying for a child and this card appears, fertility is very possible, especially if Bridget, the twin of this one, flame, is present too. Okay, so who was it? Was it you, Moni? Was it you, Moni, that was like, how come we always get the same cards? And I was like, dude, it's because people aren't following it. Like spirit will shut up as soon as we start listening and doing it, right? And now it's like, okay, we don't really ever talk about this. We don't really ever talk about this. So you know what? We should talk about it in the Rise into Your Power group. So stay tuned on that, right? Okay, one more of the weekly card ones too. What the hell is going on? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, Ganesh. I love him. Love him. Things I call him Ganesha because that's a Sanskrit. So Sanskrit came before whatever Ganesh was. Oh, hi, Marie. Yes. Yeah, Modi's nose. Okay. One more, and then we'll get to having some more fun. Oh, crystal ball, you guys. You guys want me to do the crystal ball readings again? I am thinking Hem's going to be on June 20th. So I can do crystal ball readings next week, the 6th or the 13th. Let me know, or whenever, because that was a lot of fun, the crystal ball readings for the month of June. The crystal ball readings. Oh, sorry, they're just like putting stuff in my mind. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So this is from the Super Attractor deck. That's usually what I get my monthly card. I think we went rogue and didn't do the monthly card through her deck by Gabby Bernstein last month. So we're doing it this month, right? And it says, I am kind and loving towards others while creating clear boundaries that protect my good feeling emotions. So this is honestly about emotions, about boundaries, right? And it's so funny too because a lot of us sensitives, a lot of the people who are into the spiritual stuff, we have such a hard time with our boundaries because we feel what others are feeling. Well, if you're an empath, you do, and a lot of times, I think everyone does, but to some extent, but it's like, oh my gosh, it's like if I tell them no, then I feel it, you know what I mean? And I feel this responsibility to, give them a good reason and to convince them that it's a good reason. Or, you know what I mean? I can't say no, I feel too guilty, or, you know what I mean? I just feel so good when I say yes, you know what I mean? Like whatever it is, this month we really have to talk about boundaries, you know what I mean? And I'm going to definitely, talk about this in the Rise into Your Power group, but I want to see if they have anything else to say about this. Just to let you know just a little bit about boundaries too. You can't get mad at someone else for, not obliging or, you know what I mean, to your boundaries. It's up to you to hold your boundaries. You know what I mean? You should get mad at yourself for not holding your boundaries, And seriously, the more you practice, the easier it gets. If you actually want like a little tip that I do or did, and I still do it too, is practice obviously saying no. You've heard that before, right? But what you try to do is when you say, no, I'm sorry, I can't, try your best to leave it at that. Try your best to not make any more reasons, you know what I mean, to try and not keep on explaining yourself, because that's something that, I really had a hard time doing. And it's like, it's okay. You don't have to explain yourself and try to convince them the reason why you're saying no or not doing something. In fact, like yesterday, I had someone cancel on me for a coaching appointment. And they were like, I am so sorry, but I'm so sick. You know what I mean? And they were like, I hate to do this and that kind of thing. And of course, I was like, oh my gosh, feel better, stay in bed, take care of yourself, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, you're such an angel, Heather, for understanding. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just not an asshole. Oh my gosh. I'm like, I'm just not an asshole, because if you have someone in your life and you're like, I'm sorry, I can't do it because I'm so sick, I just can't even get out of bed. And they're like, ah. Then I'm like, dude, you have someone. Okay, so Rachel's like recommending the book Boundary Boss. Oh my gosh, that sounds like such a cool name for a book. Yes. Yes, no is a complete sentence. Yes. I taught one of the doctors that I work with, a white bubble himself on the moon. Oh my gosh. Oh, on the full moon. That is so cool. Mm. And it's by Terry Cole. Okay, so yeah, one more monthly thing, guys. Okay. Maybe it's so much fun. And the six works for you, Moni? Okay, cool. Okay, you guys, I know I'm a little ADD, and then the chat is a little bit delayed, but like I was really impressed with that crystal ball. Like I know that like it's like, oh, I'm the vessel that goes to it, I'm the one that interprets it. But to me, I don't see it as that. I see it as tools. Like I'm a tool and the crystal ball is a tool, and spirit was able to communicate, through me through the crystal ball. And it's like the crystal ball though was like way more accurate than I thought it was going to be. And it's not like I practice all the time with it. So I was like, wow, this is really, really cool. It took a little bit longer to use it, you know what I mean, to get some of the things, but I thought it was really neat. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Tara. I was going to ask everyone about it today. I was like, should I do it? Should I do it? Okay. So one more thing, this is going to be our self-care. I put all of the monthly cards over there. The self-care for the month is abundance planning. And you want to know something? I really want to know what they're talking about with this. Ooh, and it's the first card in the deck, which I think is so funny. Okay. All right. Ooh, and they have a mantra too, so I'll make sure that I post it sometime too. If your financial health is an essential aspect of your overall wellness and practice, it's time for you to take a closer look at how you're spending, saving, and making money. To begin, review all your bank accounts, investments, and credit cards. Seriously, you guys, this is what I've been doing. I've been doing this, like I spent like a majority of the day Friday doing this. Oh my gosh, it's so incredibly funny, right? So basically it's talking about your financial health, and when you put energy towards it, you often find new ways to like make money, bring in money, that kind of stuff. You can also like ask for a raise, that kind of stuff. Consider applying as a new position at your work, that kind of stuff. And if you're an entrepreneur, look at raising your fees or prices, developing new marketing strategies, expanding your product offerings, as well as other ways. Oh my gosh. And it's so incredibly funny, you guys, too, because my prices will be going up, and I'm not doing readings on in July, right? So I'm not taking any one-on-one appointments in July because I'm spending that time with my son, a majority of it, because he's leaving for boot camp July 25th. So I want to make sure I'm there for him. So definitely, this is not a pitch for me, but if you did want a session before August and at my current prices, then book it. But anyways, this is not a plug for me. So Tara's like, I just did this yesterday. Yes. So abundance planning, it's really talking about that financial planning, you know what I mean? And it's like, honestly, Think and Grow Rich. Have you guys read that book? Oh my gosh. Like that really helps out. And also the money queen herself, Amanda Frances. So Amanda Frances too, because she's always talking about like money is energy, and we all know this, you know what I mean? But she lives and breathes her word. And you can go on YouTube and see her, and she was only making like she took the Gabby Bernstein Spirit Junkie Masterclass. That's the one that I took, and I went to New York with, and I trained with Gabby. Excuse me. She couldn't. That class is $2,000. She couldn't afford it, right? But she figured it out. She couldn't afford $2,000, right? So then you could see her making her first $1,000 month, $2,000, $10,000 month, right? And now you guys, okay, you know what? I know I gotta get to readings, but guess what? Guess how much she makes now? A month. Okay, I'm not really clear how much she makes a month. I'm pretty sure I know. Okay, I'm gonna say she makes like over $450,000 a month. When one of her courses go out, she makes $1 million on her course launch. She makes well over $1 million on each one of her money courses. Insane, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to do, oh my gosh, this is so funny, you guys. We're gonna do the angel ones, okay? But I just have to tell you that the Archangel Amethyst card is coming up, right? And it says purify with love, prepare for something better is coming up. And you know what? I just kind of want to do, I kind of just want to do readings, you guys. That's what I'm thinking about. And then I can just post the daily cards. What do you think? And I think like we should do like psychic readings. Because this is like I do intuitive readings because it's like when I open myself up psychically, but there's not many of you guys on today, so that's awesome. You know what I mean? I feel all this energy, it's crazy, and then I feel the chords, and then afterwards I feel like all weird. Sorry, I was just like kind of connecting. Okay, let me see. I hate doing mediumship though. The only problem is that when I do mediumship, is that it's delayed, and I don't know if I am. Let me see something. Let me see if I can do it. Let's see. Okay, I want to know. Okay, so I just have to tell, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go really fast with some of these, okay? So I do have a man here who passed in spirit, and he's not very old, you know what I mean? If anything, I feel like he's either my age or younger, you know what I mean? So that would be 20s or 30s when he passed, you know what I mean? I feel like he's talking about yeah, obviously very like either quick passing, very, like hard on the family, heart passing, you know what I mean? Um, Dark hair. I don't feel like he's been gone for very long. You know what I mean? So this would be someone that's passed away either in this year or the past like 2 years. Um, very smart. I feel like he's talking about school. So I'm not sure if he had gone to school, if he had graduated, if like he come a little closer. So I'm not sure if he was like a quiet person or something because he's not really making a big ruckus, you know what I mean, when he's here with me. And then there's something else too that he's talking about. Yeah, so I'm not sure because he seems really smart. Like I feel like he was going to school for something that was either like more difficult, harder, or you know what I mean. There was something like with school. Like I'm not sure if like he actually taught or he wanted to teach or it was something really hard, like like in the mind. You know what I mean? Like something that normal people wouldn't go to school for. So that could be something that's advanced in medical or something that is advanced in like philosophy or something that's advanced in what were you saying? You're making me feel like physics or something along those lines. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, go ahead. Yes, okay. And I feel like the family that he comes from was really close knit, you know what I mean? Like very, very close, very, very traditional, you know what I mean? To where the family was like either like religious, I'm not sure they're practicing, but he's showing me things like on the wall, that kind of stuff. And I'm not sure if he always followed that line, you know what I mean? And let me know if this makes sense to anyone, okay? Because I hope that the person didn't leave that this was for. Yeah, go ahead. Yes. I feel like he's talking about the month of July being significant. But I'm not sure if that also means because sometimes when they bring up month of July for me, it also means like a mom. You know what I mean? So they're either reaching out to mom saying that they're with mom. So I'm not sure if mom's passed or not. There is another female standing here, but I'm not sure if it belongs to him because the female like was like, "Grr," you know what I mean? She was so I'm not sure if the female belongs to him or not, right? But the female that's coming in, by the way, I just have to tell you, this female is like crazy loud. Well, sorry, there's actually two people here. You know what I mean? So one of them is like more traditional, more religious, more like in your like but still in your face, but not in a nice way. And the other one was like a party girl, right? Okay, and does that make sense to you? Most of what I said, Tara, about Andy? I don't know who Andy is, but does that make sense? Okay, so let me know about Andy because I still have him here. And I just have a question. Is okay, okay, it is. Okay, let me see if I can get some more information for this guy too. Okay. Sorry. Okay. And it's so funny because I'm not okay. My mom is passed and she's born in July. Okay, 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 okay. And who is Andy to you, Tara? Okay. There's so many people here as soon as I open myself up. And then I wanted to try and do the psychic readings too so that you guys can see the differences. And tell you what, like as soon as I get to know like who the person's from, then the energy really goes. Okay. Oh my gosh, that totally makes sense then. Okay, I think that I'm with Tara actually, but Rachel still listened to the messages and that kind of thing, right? Because it's really fitting with Tara. Okay, yes. Okay. Yeah. And I'm not sure if you've been thinking about Andy or not, but like when I'm connecting to him and we can still see if this is him, right? He is like been really trying to show that he is with the family, right? So everyone just listen to this and we'll see like how it unfolds, right? But so this guy is actually saying that he's been really with the rest of the family and he really wants everyone to know, right? That he's there, you know. I feel like a lot of his signs are going to be, you know, maybe they're not going to be so out there just because he doesn't seem like he's that out there. He's a little bit more introverted too. And he's talking just a little bit about the way that he passed, you know what I mean? And he's making me feel like he has a little bit of guilt on there. So I'm not sure if there was something that he could have changed, something that he could have done, you know what I mean? But he doesn't want anyone else that's here to have the guilt from his passing because he is talking about like he wants that to stop and he really wants people to really remember the way that he lived, even though like he's really making me feel like he wasn't like the life of the party and crazy and stuff like that, but he was kind of like a good guy, you know, in that sense, you know. And then the female is coming in because she's like really wanting to talk, right? And so this female that's coming in is like really wanting to make her voice known, you know what I mean? She's bringing me up July again. Oh, that totally makes sense, Tara. I didn't want to say that, but totally. And then Jayish, let me know if this makes sense to your brother too, right? No way. And Rachel's like, I've been casting you on my TV and my whole TV just shut off. That is nuts. Okay. So what happens is they piggyback, right? So take what I'm saying and see if it applies and then definitely take the message, right? Because I see this all the time in mediumship gallery readings and I'm like, I know that's my mom. They're like, no, but I think I'm with this person. I'm like, no, you're with me. You know what I mean? But you're with everyone, right? Yes, that's what I was thinking. You know what I mean? So I feel like one of the things, no, I'm not gonna go there. Okay. So yes. Okay. Sorry, all of a sudden it was like I was talking to you guys and I had to go back and get the connection again. Yes. So there's a lot of piggybacking that's going on here. So I'm trying to see if I can separate them. If I have a strong enough connection to separate them. No, okay. Okay, is there okay. So there's another. Oh, a party girl is our Aunt Robin. Oh my gosh, no joke. I really did think that the party girl was an aunt. You know what I mean? Yes, there you go. Yes, that totally makes sense too for Jayesh, right? And then Nancy's like, my birthday's in July and my son's name is Andrew. Oh wow. Andrew, Andy, do you guys see this? Like spirit is bringing us together like this for a reason, you know what I mean? Um, and it's really funny too because I didn't know if there was like an M name associated, you know what I mean? And I feel like you know, they told me Michelle, but for some reason I'm thinking it was like a male name, you know what I mean? Like whether it's like a Matthew, you know what I mean? Or like a Michael or, you know, something with an M. It could even be like a middle name, but that there were, when I was trying to separate them, that was one of the things that was coming up, right? And I don't know if I can actually separate them anymore just because with the environment that we're in, it's a little more difficult. Oh, his mom's name is Mary. Okay. Oh my gosh, see, I'm telling you guys, this is classic. What is it called? Piggybacking. See, now, dude, isn't that kind of funny that they told me like Michelle, it was a woman's name, but then I was like, wait a second, I'm also feeling like a man's name that's with an M. And that makes sense for both Tara and Jaish. Yes. And Andy's middle name is Michael. And I was like, see, I just think that this is so cool. Okay, so let me see. Well, okay. A dark-haired friend of mine was going to school for teaching and didn't get his teaching position that he wanted. He took his own life in the month of July. Oh is this not insane? Like, and then that's the thing too, is that there could be more, like, I know that there's more than one person into my space. You know what I mean? And this is what kind of spirit was talking about boundaries, right? Because you're supposed to say, I only allow one of you into my space. But the thing is, I don't always do that because I don't always want to do that. So, like, so there's like a whole bunch of people here, which I just start like taking off my shirt because it's so hot, right? So let me see if I can get if I can get like at least a message, you know what I mean, for all of you, because this is so funny, like how this is coming together. Like I love it. It just forms like this little community. And then usually like, during like a one-on-one reading, I get more information from that one spirit, because like Rachel's person's not going to like show up in Tara's reading and and Jaisha's reading. It's really fun. Okay. Go ahead. Oh yeah, let me do this really quick. Okay. Yes, okay. Because I was going to say, it felt like all of them had some kind of grief, you know what I mean, that was in their heart about the way that they passed, right? And I'm going to read Andrew's thing. I had a life-changing disease, and now I have to change almost everything in my life. Okay, let me see if I can do something about that. But let me see. Okay. Okay. I feel like there's actually different. Wow. Why did my screen? I opened up my eyes and it was like totally black. Okay. So I was trying to separate them because I felt like it wasn't a general message for each one of you. Right. So it was really funny because I feel like it was Jay Yesh's brother stepped through. Um, um, sorry. He's making me, I don't know. He's making me feel like there's still family that's distance. You know what I mean? There's distance with the family. So I'm not really sure if there's still people that live like in another country or very far away or something like that. But there's just a lot of that going on, right? So how he's making me feel, right? And he is talking about everything was meant to happen the way that it did. You know what I mean? And it's like talking about, especially for you right now, it's a really big time of like spiritual growth, that kind of thing. And to really trust in the signs that he's sending you. You know what I mean? Because he's making me feel like it's like you'll know that when it's him. It's almost like he's telling me that you can sense him, you know what I mean? And you can sense him in your house, right? So even like when you see something on the corner of your eye or whatever, or automatically, randomly you start thinking about him, that is him putting the thoughts into your mind, you know what I mean? And he really wants you to know that because for some reason it's making me feel like your family is really like strict in their beliefs or something like that. They're like this or something along those lines. Like, he's showing me like the blinders, you know what I mean, to where they don't really see it, but you're just maybe a little more open. I'm not sure if that makes sense to you. I'm trying to explain it the best I can. You know what I mean? So he's actually coming around you a lot, you know what I mean? And it's really funny too because he's like, I'm not sure if he was your older brother or if he was just like a smarter brother, but he is like very protective over you now. Okay. Families in a different city, you can, yeah, you spot on. I can sense him on my back. Yes, you know what I mean? And the thing is, like, talk to him. You know what I mean? It's a two-way conversation. You know what I mean? And it's like, I feel like he's been trying to get to you. And he's showing me the number 2. So I'm not sure if it's like, are you the only 2 children, or is it February, or is it he's showing me two, or the second of a month, So he's showing me that, right? And he really wants you to know that he's with you. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm with you, talk back to him. You know what I mean? And this is really going to help you excel in your spirit communication, if you will. You know what I mean? It'll just help you make better decisions. You'll be able to have a better life because you'll know that he has your back, right? Oh, was it you and him? Okay, yes, yes, only 2. Okay. And then I'll be honest, like, so Tara, I just want to get a message from you. You know what I mean? Like, it's like so funny because it's like your mom is so much louder than him, but it's like they just want you to know that you're not alone. You know what I mean? That is one of the things that's a common thing they keep on telling me. You know what I mean? And it's like you need to ask for help, right? You need to ask for help. And I swear to gosh, I'm not remembering anything that we previously talked about, right? And you really, really have to do it. You're doing too much. You know what I mean? And it's almost like they're making me feel like you're doing too much out of like almost like that feeling like no one else will do this or no one else will do it as good as I am or I want to prove how much I can do, you know what I mean? Something along those lines, you know what I mean? And they're like, you need to settle down, you know what I mean? You need to settle down too, but like go for a walk and enjoy little things, you know what I mean? And not get caught up. They're showing me a lot of the outside world affecting your inner world, you know what I mean? So I'm not sure if it's like the news or social media getting to you, but all that stuff you're really, really sensitive to it right now. And they're like, hey, you need to like back off with it. You need to ask for more help with things that are stressing you out, you know what I mean? And really holding people accountable for their positions in your life. I have literally no idea what that just meant. I totally channeled it, right? So I want to see if I can get some more people. So Rachel, let me come over here. Yes. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Rachel. As soon as I tried to connect to your guy, like it was like all of a suddenly they showed me your house, but they showed me that there was a lot of spirits in your house because it's not just him that's there. You have a lot of your friends too that are hanging out in your house as well. So like that, the electric stuff, like they're talking about there's going to be more of it if there hasn't been already. You know what I mean? They're really trying to get your attention too. It's just because, you know what I mean? It's almost like they're showing me like you're going to be a light for a lot of people in your life. You know what I mean? Because you are open to it, you're exploring it. A lot of things are coming to you and that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Because it's like you are going to be able to plant seeds in other people's minds. You know what I mean? Almost like our society is like, you know, makes all of this stuff look bad and looks evil and that kind of thing. And you're going to be the one that plants the seeds that where it starts instilling more love in someone instead of the fear. You know what I mean? So if like someone's son around you passed, you know what I mean, then you're going to get signs from that son. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean that you absolutely have to tell them the message. You have to take each one of those situations one by one, but then be like, hey, you know what? And it's so funny. I have dreams that come true, which I know you do. You know what I mean? But it's like, oh yes, you know, that's really funny. What would you think if this happened or that happened? You know, that kind of thing, right? So that's like their message for you. And you know, I mean, definitely you have to like tell them to leave. Right? Like when you go to bed and stuff like that, be like, hey, I can't have you all, you know what I mean, all up in my grill when I'm sleeping because I need to sleep, right? The thing is, everyone, by the way, needs to listen to this, right? Spirit comes and talks to us in our sleep because that's when our body, like our mind is winding down because our mind is always thinking every day. So our thoughts are winding down, and so they can get a word in edgewise. But the only problem is that you can still sense their energy. They're still around, even on a subconscious level. So then you're stuck like tossing and turning all night. You know what I mean? Because you have all these people that are in your room trying to talk to you. You know? Whew. So, oh yeah. So you know what? Let me see about that, Tara. Okay, he has like so much love towards his mom. Like he is like crying because of his mom, Tara. You know what I mean? I feel like he's saying that, you know what I mean? He didn't realize, you know what I mean, his actions. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if they were butting heads before he passed or something like that, or if you remember any of that part of the relationship, you know what I mean? Maybe she was trying to help him out and stuff like that. He didn't want to hear it or something along those lines. He's just showing me a little bit of this, and it's like, you know, he wants her to be able to see a lot of the signs so that she can let go of some of that guilt, let go of some of those issues, you know what I mean, that he has, that they had together, you know what I mean? And it's honestly, she just needs to take care of herself. That's the biggest thing, is taking care of herself right now, right? Okay. 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 Wow. Sorry, you guys. That was pretty fun though. And so here's the most important part. I'm going to release you with love and light. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay. Oh, you're so sweet. TikTok. I know I should join TikTok, but I'm not. Oh yeah, and Instagram, you guys have been doing those videos. I can't post them to Facebook anymore. It's not working. Let me see something. Okay. Oh my gosh, Lisa, your Aunt Dee Dee. Okay, so I felt Aunt Dee Dee's energy, but it was diluted. So I'm just gonna say, so Lisa has this really cool aunt in spirit, and she is a freak. Sorry, Lisa, I don't know you don't mind me telling this, but she is so freaking cool, right? Like she is loud, she is cool, she is like, you know what I mean? I don't even know. I think she used to do like she used to like smoke cigarettes and gamble and stuff like that. She was awesome. This woman that came in was like Aunt Dee Dee, but she was diluted. But I could feel like an Aunt Dee Dee, like energy behind her. You know what I mean? So it's like all your past loved ones are here. I just can only handle so many, right? Okay. Okay. So I felt guided to go to Danette for psychic. So this is how it's different, right? So you guys could actually see how different it is. So Danette Berkery Barnes, right? As soon as I connected to you, right, I felt really emotional. So I felt like there was a lot of emotions that you needed to get off your chest. You know what I mean? It's like you need to write them down. You know what I mean? It's like something about maybe like keeping the peace or something along those lines, or maybe things that you feel like you healed from, but you haven't actually healed, right? It's really in your heart. And the thing is that if you don't express that, then you can have, you know what I mean, heartburn, right? You can start, you know what I mean, having acid reflux, you know what I mean? Even sometimes like hard to breathe sometimes, I mean, develop asthma, that kind of thing. But another thing too is that I really felt as well that you are very like, what is it called? Like, sensitive person to where you'd be really good in with the healing stuff. So healing stuff would be, of course, you could do like Reiki, Theta healing, what I mean, pranic healing and that kind of stuff. But they're also talking about that you are really good with people because they're showing me as a nurturer and that kind of thing, right? So obviously you'd be really good with children and that kind of thing, but you're also really good at like social work and things like that. You know what I mean? And but because that you're like that and you're sensitive, then you need to like definitely uphold your boundaries, you know what I mean, shielding your energy and that kind of thing too. I know it sounds so cliche, but I sense some kind of like a move with you where it's a move. I hope I said move and not mood, right? Yeah, a move with you or a desire to move, you know what I mean? And I really honestly feel like I'm not sure if it's going to be like I feel like there's a desire within you to move. Okay. Like, or, and if you don't know it in your mind, then it's your soul that wants to move. Right. Oh, and look at that. Yeah. And take this too. Okay. One second. Hopefully you guys can't see the spammers. I've been blocking them. So like just there's some kind of desire, like something different that your soul wants. They're showing me a distance. Do you see that bird? That was so cool. That's a heron, right? So one second. I gotta figure out what that means because this is going to be for her. Okay, stillness, tranquility, right? Determination, all right? Sense of independence, right? Oh, Bridget Lucas is your sister. Oh, that's really, really cool. Okay, yes. Okay. And then all of a sudden the heron did. So you hear what the heron says. So are you guys close? Like in what is it called? Bridget and Danette, are you guys close in distance or no? Okay. Let me know if you guys are close or not. So do you guys need to be closer? Because there's something about a desire to move, right? One second. Where? Really? Hour and a half. Okay. I was just thinking because, like, there was something along those lines. And so, if you guys are also really close too, that would make sense that if I was picking up on Bridget, that's so cool that you guys are sisters. I had no idea, right? Um, okay. Yes. Okay. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I just feel like past lives have been coming up a lot lately. So they're just talking about that you guys have done the sister role before a lot in previous lives that, almost like that balance, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So is Christine, Danette, and Bridget, are all three of you guys sisters? Oh my gosh, that's so incredibly funny. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like I love how everyone's coming together. Yeah, but for some reason it's like all three. This one, Marie? Is that the ring? Oh, you have your aunt's ring. I thought maybe you had my ring. I'm sorry. She passed long ago. Okay. Are siblings always part of the same soul group? Yeah, I would, yes, for sure. Because your soul group is like the people that are like around you all the time. So that'd be the families, the friends, unless you have a brother or something like that, that's like you never hurt. Well, no, they would still be part of your soul group. So it's those key players that are in your life are going to be part of your soul group, right? The people that aren't are the people that are like that you don't really talk too much, you know what I mean? Like even like cashiers can be part of your soul group if you are always talking with them, being friendly with them and that kind of stuff, right? Chris is our soul sister. Oh my gosh, I'm a spirit sister. I call them my little sisters. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Yes. Okay. So now you guys are bringing some crazy energy to this. You know what I mean? Because I feel like for some reason they were talking about like a balance. You know what I mean? Like a balance. Go ahead. Yeah, and I definitely like I still am getting that too, like needing to be more together. You know what I mean? They were talking about that. So it's like that longing, you know what I mean, to hang out more or whatever. It's like you guys having to be together, you know what I mean? And I know that a lot of you guys have like work and stuff like that, but it's just like, making that time for each other too and being each other's sounding boards, you know? Oh, Marie, I have seven siblings too. My sister and I opened up to our dad last night. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. Okay. I don't know why they were saying that because I feel like they're just stepping back now. Like they don't have anything else more to say. Oh, okay. And you guys are still in lockdown? Oh, there we go. Yes. So definitely making sure that you guys can do what you guys can do. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna leave you with that because I got a little ADD and I really wanted to look at Barbara's question because she was like, I'm struggling to sacrifice my life here and move back to Michigan. Any advice what I should choose? And I chose the Archangel Zadkiel, right? And it's talking about one second. Um, receive, let that. Okay. See, sometimes it's just better to psychically connect. So psychically connect, I'm asking for an external force, like a spirit guide, an angel, or whatever like that. I call it spirit. You know what I mean? I don't go too deep with a lot of those things anymore, right? I just trust, because I set the intention that I'm going to connect with something of high love and light. You know what I mean? 100% love and light. One second. I need to look at Barbara's name again. Okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I'll be honest with you. What I'm actually picking up, Barbara, is that a needing to stay where you are for a while longer. You know what I mean? You're not finished there yet. You know what I mean? They are talking about that moving back to Michigan is actually like not a bad choice, but it's not right now. You know what I mean? They're saying that right now it's like you don't have to make this. Like, you might feel pressured to make this decision right away, but you don't. You know what I mean? It's like you really need to just absorb what you're doing right now. You know what I mean? You need to allow the natural course to unfold that brings you back to Michigan, right? Because I do feel you coming back to Michigan, but it's not going to be for a little while unless you can go ahead and do whatever you want, but right now that's what spirit is saying. You are you're feeling the pressure from almost, I don't want to say the wrong sources, but it's almost like they're making me feel like the pressure to come back to Michigan isn't as spiritually guided. It's more as like human guided, if you will. You know what I mean? Humans in your life are, you know what I mean? Are pushing you to kind of do that. And the thing is, it is right for you, but it's not right for you right now. Okay. So try and wait a little bit longer, right? Okay. Oh yeah, Truth is like our sibs from one side of the family, a part of your soul group with sibs on the other side. You know what I mean? It's like have you guys heard of this before? It's like we're all part of a tree, you know what I mean? We're all like flower, there's a big huge tree with everyone in there, and then we each have our own little flowers, and so let's say you're a flower, and then it's like, okay, each petal is a person of your soul group, right? And then you have people who share the same petal, and those are soulmates, right? Um, one second, I just seen Barbara's thing. So, and then, so that those are soulmates are the same petal. So it just kind of depends on how close that you are with them because you're going to be closer. You know what I mean? And it doesn't even have to be by distance. It doesn't have to be by relationship. It's going to be that feeling. You know what I mean? Of course, the relationships are automatically going to make them part of your flower, but it's like, okay, do you feel drawn to them? You know what I mean? Do you feel like when you aren't with them that, you know what I mean, there's still like this tug? Or is it like they're completely gone? Like, for example, I don't talk to my dad. I don't talk to my dad. I don't talk to my stepmom. You know what I mean? I lived with my dad for like a month in Tennessee once. But other than that, I don't. I'm trying to talk to him now, but it's like, but I know he's still part of my soul family. I have another sister that I think I met her twice in my life, but I know she's still part of my soul family. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there's something that I still need to talk to her about and that kind of thing, right? One second. Okay, I'm scared my mom was going to pass. Yes, but that's the thing. That's the thing, Barbara, is like I don't know if a move is necessary, right? I think that, maybe like the visiting or something along those lines, you know what I mean? Taking a short vacation, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Trying to see if they give me any other kind of guidance. It's almost like just making sure that you stay on top of what is it called? This is for Barbara, making sure that you stay on top of like your intuition. So and going a little to Michigan a little bit before. So if you feel like okay, like your brother or whoever's here, you know what I mean, says okay, it's getting bad right now, come like at least a day's, you know what I mean, or a week before. You know, but I don't feel they're not showing me a move is necessary, right? Okay. Yeah, we're still live. That's weird that the comment stopped. I think that you're in the Rise into Your Power Facebook group. That's why. Okay. All right. And Jayesh is like, do you believe we choose our life in advance to learn lessons needed? 1000% to complete outstanding karma. Yeah, it's like, you know, this is what I believe, and I read a lot of different theories, you know what I mean? And it makes the most sense to me is that we powwow with our spirit guide and stuff like that, and we map out like lessons we want to learn, we map out everything, and the people we're going to meet. But the thing is, like people that are going to help us, but the thing is that when we come here, we can decide how they're going to enter our lives, right? So like my husband is a big teacher in our past lives and things like that. He's been a teacher to me. But the thing is, in this life, we have manifested it as husband and wife, you know, and we have that free will of how we're going to learn our lessons and how we're going to mingle with the people that are in our lives, because he could have just been my friend, or, you know what I mean? You know, could have been a cashier or something like that. He could have been a teacher, you know, of mine, you know, so we have that wiggle room. And then, like, I like Sylvia Brown's theory on this. She is like, we have exit points in our life, and then we can choose to go at certain times in our life. So that's the reason why we can get in a car accident and we have that choice of we could die or not, you know, or we could have a broken leg or not, you know, or broken leg, or we could actually pass and say, hey, I want out now. And I really do like that. I really do feel that way. Okay, I'm blocking these spammers. Okay. And then Tara's like, what about the ones you have to cut out? Yes. So you talk about like family members that you have to cut out. Just think about it this way, right? You have seasons in your life. So you're gonna have seasons where some people are not good for you, right? Like I had seasons where I had to stop talking to parts and people in my family and that kind of thing, right? And then I was able to regroup. And then it's almost like I don't want to say that I increased my vibe, but now I can be around them and I can see through all of it. It doesn't bother me what they say anymore. The toxicity doesn't bother me that much anymore. And honestly, it was Jesus. I know it sounds so weird, but it was like I was like, wow, Jesus hangs around sinners and he's okay. And Jesus hangs around this. And I was like, I'm not Jesus for that season of my life. And then I was able to come back. And be part of their lives. But yeah, Tara, I still think that those ones are still part of your soul family, because if you have healing around someone, and you do, right? Because if you are cutting them out, there's healing that needs to take place, right? Because that's not like something that God would want, you know what I mean? Or we would ideally want is to cut someone out of our life. Then yeah, they're definitely part of your soul group because they're teaching you a lesson. And then it's almost like I gotta say this too. It's like sometimes the best teachers are the ones who are the pain in your asses, the ones who do bad things to you, the ones that hurt you the most are the best teachers. And I have to tell you this because I didn't realize this until my mom got sick and then she passed, was that she was my biggest teacher. She was my biggest teacher ever in my life. And, you know, for the longest time, I thought she was the most toxic person. I thought she was someone that I shouldn't be around. You know what I mean? I had to limit my time with her, you know, for a big season of my life. I was like, okay, I can't even talk to her. You know what I mean? And then I was able to be around her for small doses. And then I was able to be around her a little bit longer. It still drained my energy, but not as bad. And then when she passed, I'm like, oh my God, because she was that way, I am who I am now. You know what I mean? Because she made me more independent. She made me rely on myself because she wasn't a nurturing mom, you know, that kind of thing. Hope that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, yes. Okay. Charlene, I feel I should have saved my brother, so thanks for explaining. No. And then here's the thing too. I just have to do one more thing and then I'll get back to readings, right? Oh yeah, we're doing pick a card too. Okay, is for people who have done suicide, who've taken their own life and that kind of thing, right? Sometimes you have those that come to earth and they are like, okay, I just want out. I can't deal with this. You know what I mean? I just can't do it, you know? It's almost like what is it? Like playing a video game is too hard, right? It's too hard. And you go like, okay, you know what? I thought that I could do this, but I can't. You know what I mean? And they they leave, right? And the thing is that when they're on the other side, and I've learned this a lot from a lot of suicides, a lot of people who have taken their own life or overdose or accidentally have or are responsible for them passing, you know what I mean? Every single one of them have this in common. It's like they feel so guilty because they didn't realize the consequences of their action. We come here to spread more love, and they realize they didn't do that. And they feel it on such a magnified level, like, oh my God, I can't believe I did this. You know what I mean? And so they're really trying to make it up to everyone on earth. You know what I mean? And they're like, I am so sorry. Look at Robin Williams, you know what I mean? And see how his what is it called? See what he did with his life. He helped out the world so much, and then what did he do? He took his life and did that, and then it's like he left more sadness in the world, you know. And there was something else. Oh yeah, and then the other thing is that sometimes they're destined to take their life. I know that sounds so incredibly crazy, but it's like they are destined to take their life because they are you know, there's a couple different reasons. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're going ahead and doing it because of life lessons for other people. You know what I mean? It could also be for almost like stopping someone else from committing suicide that, you know, shouldn't. It's like they almost come here as like a pawn, if you will. They come here knowing that they're going to do that to help someone else out. But it was destined to happen, right? Yes, okay. I love how you guys are, it's such a community, right? If anything comes to you for me too. Yeah, nothing specific though. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. See, that's so incredibly amazing, Barbara and Tara. Yep. And then that's like including all persons in your life, even the difficult ones, allow you to develop and practice a full scale of emotional responses, empathy, joy, patience, and ignoring or avoidance. Yes. And you guys know about like mirror work? You know what I mean? Like like everyone is your mirror because that is crazy. If you get triggered by something, then that means that there's a part of you that needs to heal. So it's like, okay, why is this person triggering me? Like, why is this triggering me? You know what I mean? Like, do I need to heal from? And it's really interesting. And then what you guys can do too is watch other people get triggered by someone. And then you can find out more about them. They're like, oh, they're getting triggered because, oh, I can see this. You know what I mean? It's like, because if you're totally confident and you're totally healed with something or you're totally okay with it, you don't get triggered. You only get triggered by things that are like, you know, that bother you, right? Like if someone said, like, oh my God, Heather, you have red hair, you know, like long hair, your hair is everywhere, your hair falls out all the time, right? Because it does, because I have thick, huge hair, right? It doesn't bother me, right? If someone says, oh, Heather, you're short, it doesn't bother me. I know, I'm confident with that. You know, someone says, you suck as a psychic, it doesn't bother me. I might be wrong sometimes, but I know that I know I have the connection, so I just must have mistranslated it. But if someone says, Heather, you I don't even know what would make me upset. Oh, like cooking, that totally makes me upset. Totally makes me upset because I'm not good at cooking, right? Okay, so I just have to show. Oh my gosh, this card came up again. And this was for Ruka Sharik for watching from India. Thank you so much. I don't even know what time it is there. It must be like in the middle of the night, right? But Archangel Amethyst, and this actually came up earlier, but it says purify your life with love, right? Prepare for something better. So it's like don't try and be like, oh my gosh, I'm sending you so many prayers. You know what I mean? Because I know India's having a hard time right now. But like right now, it's like really talking about like expanding your mind to like what you want, you know what I mean, in your life and not settling, right? And then it's also like looking at your life right now from a point of love as a point of, you know what I mean, lack, right? So it's when we think like, oh, I don't have enough money or I don't have enough of this or that, you know what I mean? It's like you're coming from a place of lack, you know what I mean? Or it's like, oh, there's not enough to go around, you know what I mean? Or I should only want this amount or this or that, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not going to ask for, you know, a whole new wardrobe because that'd be selfish, you know what I mean? I should only ask for this, you know, and you keep on like playing small and you're just keep on saying this is all I need, right? That's from a lack mentality. You know what I mean? The universe is abundant, right? And so it's like, hey, going ahead and just really looking at a little bit more long term instead of short term of what you are wanting, because they're telling me that you're strong enough to be able to get what you want and what you need too, right? And it's like definitely not allowing the opinions of others to hold you back, because there's a lot of people that are in your life right now that are just a little bit more closed minded, and they're like, you know, they want you to, you know, you have more of an open mind and to definitely like run with it, you know. And they're also talking a little bit too like obviously this is amethyst, you know what I mean? But they're talking about even like black tourmaline and that kind of stuff being really good for you because it will definitely help you, decrease a little bit of anxiety just to bring you a little bit more calmness and a little bit more peacefulness to where you could actually carry it around when you're around those people that just are so close-minded and aggravate the heck out of you. Okay. And you're struggling with education, you know what I mean? Yes. So it's like almost like how I would relate what I just said to that is like whatever that you want to do, you know what I mean? Whatever you're feeling guided to do, like going ahead and going for it, even though you're not sure like how the finances are going to go and that kind of stuff, right? And when it comes to your like your major and that kind of thing, you know what I mean? They're showing me that it's open, and I'm not sure if you've already switched before, if you're switching, already, but they're talking about like a switching, right? Um, yes. And it's like honestly, you got to stop being so hard on yourself. I know that's a thing for everyone. You know what I mean? But they were talking about that. Yeah. Someone's like, I wonder if Joey took an exit post early. Yep. Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, we got to do pick a card. You have exams. What are you talking about? You're going to be doing good. You know what to do. You know what to do. You can do it. And you know what? Going ahead and increasing your intuition, right? Listening to you. And sorry, and then so you can like tune in, like, is this the right answer, you know what I mean? So it's so funny because I'm going to do like a trusting intuition part 3 on Instagram. Like I said, I can't save it, I can't post it to Facebook, but it's like today it's like, okay, your intuition is a muscle, right? And so it's like going ahead and practicing it. Heads or tails. Is my Amazon package going to come today? You know what I mean? And tuning in with yourself and how it feels. And that's also going to help you pass the exam if it's, what is it called? If it's multiple choice. I think it would. Okay, the reason why black tourmaline would be good for test anxiety, it's because it grounds you. So it, helps you, it brings you back down, helps you center, it helps you be a little bit better with yourself. You know what I mean? I tell you what, I feel so much better back tourmaline. There's other things that people would say, like they would say rose quartz, you know what I mean, absorbs energies, but that's usually from others, Amethyst has a calming quality, but I really do like black tourmaline, and like when I said, I was in a psychic fair in Virginia and I was doing it, and, you're always in your head, and then you take black tourmaline and it brings you down out of your head. Mm. Okay, so we're gonna do pick a card here in a second. I'm so happy you guys can't see these. I'm so happy that you guys can't see these, what's it called? Scammers. I really don't know how to share this. Okay. Someone bought me good vibes. Don't my depression has gotten better so far. Really, like you cannot underestimate the power of freaking crystals. You know what I mean? And my friend's a guru, and they're alive, and like crystals are alive and stuff like that. I don't use them as much as I should, but when I have, they freaking saved my butt. Okay, you guys, I'm so sorry. I know I didn't do many readings today, but it was like I thought it was interesting too, and I'm really glad that the spirits showed up like they did. Tourmaline and malachite. Oh my gosh, yes. Malachite for me is definitely about like connecting to source, connecting to spirit. And it's like, I don't feel like I need anymore. I need a ground, My daughter loves black tourmaline. I wear hematite. The hematite's really good, especially if you're around electronics and stuff like that. And it helps ground me. Yes, hematite's really, really good. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. All right. You guys ready for pick a card? I actually have 4 cards. So we're going to do card 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right. So a couple people were like, "Hey, can I have a meeting reading and stuff like that?" This is your chance. This is, yeah. So Astrid. Oh my God, it's so funny. That is my little sister's middle name. Okay. So I love black tourmaline. Yes. Okay. So so if you're wanting guidance on something, and this is the same thing for like you, Barbara. You know what I mean? If you're still not clear, if you just really, really want to know, like, hey, what should I do? And even Barbara, if you just go ahead, and this is for everyone too, like asking spirit for signs, and this is going to be one of your first signs, right? Should I go back to Michigan or should I stay here? Not should I. Is it my highest good to go back to Michigan or or is my highest good to stay here? Not should. Not should. Don't say that. Okay, so however you want to do it, whatever the first one pops into your head, that sounds good. But if not, I'm going to say them and you just kind of like tune in. Am I saying one louder than the other? Does one of them stand out louder than the other? Is there one that you're resistant to and you're like, oh gosh, I definitely don't want that one? Then that could be one that's a sign for you. Okay, it has a message for you. So card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4. I'm going to do it again just in case. Card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4. I'll be honest with you, it's like I don't really have one. If anything, I have a little bit of 2, maybe a little bit of 4. Yeah. Okay, you guys ready? Let's start with card 1. No one chose card 1 that I see yet. Okay. Oh, and Ketta's on. Hi, Ketta. Okay, here we go. Oh, Moni chose 1. Okay. Ooh. I have no idea who in the world this, 1 second. Just when you think that you know all of the angels. 1 second. That's the wrong angel. Okay. Sorry, guys. I don't know this angel. Let me know if you do. Archangel Perlamalik, let nature soothe you. Serve the nature kingdom. And I just want to say, it says being in nature calms and balances you so that you can see everything through a lens. It also enables you to heal and generate. Your guidance is to connect with a tree today, right? Oh my gosh, I love tree hugging, right? Just go out and watch for spiders. These beautiful entities are keepers of local knowledge, and they will automatically download it into you through your energy fields. Each kind of tree has specific qualities and gifts to offer you, such to help with forgiveness, abundance, conscience, and grace. Simply tune in and know that you will receive what is right for you. Serve in nature today. Touch or think of a tree. Invoke spiritual energy and visualize it pouring down through that tree and into your roots and spending through the tree network. And then also, it they didn't say this, but thank the tree. Thank the tree. And you can actually get energy from a tree. You know what I mean? So you're supposed to like ask the tree first, and then you can just like touch it. You don't have to hug it, but you can hug it. Look for spiders first and other things, because I've done it on this island here before. Even with Mason too, we were tree huggers. So I hugged the tree, and then you can just allow the energy to come into you. It's like almost like connecting. It is connecting to the tree. And then you can stay there for however long you want and then release. And this is also going to help ground you. They didn't talk about that in the thing too, but it's going to help ground you, bring you back to earth, bring you back to your body. That will help you decrease anxiety, decrease depression. You know what I mean? It's going to make you feel definitely lighter, better, that kind of thing. So sorry for everyone. So everyone who got 1. This is also talking about healing, by the way. See all that green? So it's talking about healing, and it's probably talking about getting outside of your own head, getting outside of your house, you know what I mean? Getting away from the situation so that you can see it from a bigger perspective. And I love what Moni just said too. She was like, yes, recharge. Tree hugging reminds me of the movie Superstar. Okay, I gotta look at that. It's been a long time. I want to hug some trees today. Okay. So card 2 is Archangel Azrael. It's time to let go, prepare for a change. And I just kind of want to see what they say about this. He's not an angel that I work with a lot, right? So it says, advises you that this is time for a transition in your life. One part is ending and another part is waiting to take its place. You may need to cut the cords to an aspect of your current life, maybe a person, a job, a place, you know what I mean? So I wonder what some people wrote. Your guidance is to release the old graciously and prepare for the new, right? Birth of something unexpected. Right? I hate how he's going dark. You may be relinquishing an old characteristic and birthing a new aspect of yourself. Know the universe is supporting you, whatever is new. Yes. You are receiving healing, inspiration, and love from the angelic realms, right? So this is really, really awesome. So it's like you might be noticing if some endings in your life, people leaving your life, you know what I mean? Tough decisions, whatever it is, you know what I mean? There's something that is like letting go. Allow it to let go. This is the season of your life, and then you're going to be making way for the new, right? So definitely watching out for the number 5, which is all about movement, change, and the number 9, which is also about endings. And then if you want, that 1 is really showing the positive side of the 9, which is bringing in new energy, right? New beginnings, right? So that's number 2, and I can definitely see the reason why, that I got that. Hope that makes sense. Okay. All right. Do you like that one, Rachel? You like the number 1? I don't. I don't want to go outside. Okay, here's number 3. Where did they get these angels' names from, you guys? I don't. Okay, if you guys know this angel, then you should be an angel reader. Archangel Booty a Little. That's what kind of looks like Booty a Little. Booty a Little. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna leave what Rachel said. She's like, I picked two, and I always feel like I get things are changing cards. Oh, but I'm definitely planning something big. Like there's change, there's change, there's change. Like there's nothing changing. Everything's the same. Okay. And this actually says that if you chose card number three, right? It says this card calls on you to expand your horizons. It's an important incarnation for you. So step up to be all you can be. Develop interdependence, for this is the quality that will enable the new golden age to flourish, right? Your higher guidance is to influence people and promote a flow of goodwill, love, peace, and accord. By communicating and cooperating with others for your highest good, you'll be able to enable your life to flow in harmony, right? So this is actually talking about working with others, you know what I mean? It's also talking about upping your level, if you will, you know what I mean? So you might be vibrating much higher. You might not be able to deal with, bad movies or drama or, bad things. You're just getting a little bit more sensitive as well. This is also talking about definitely embracing more of your spiritual side, your spiritual gifts, you know what I mean? Or just what you're interested in spiritually, right? Because that's really going to help you. And then you can be that light or help share it with others, right? And then it says expand your horizons too. So this is talking about any kind of decisions that you make, that kind of stuff, maybe looking at different options, and then honestly thinking outside of the box, maybe doing something that you didn't think about doing, right? So if you were thinking about moving, if you're thinking about doing something crazy, do it, and this is actually really like your card saying, hey, go forward. This is like an action card, as opposed to some of the cards can be like, hey, halt right now. This is actually saying go forward, being true to yourself. And then honestly, it's a journey of self-discovery. So don't really worry about making a bad decision, if you will. And then this is also talking about just a little bit about also asking for that help, asking for that guidance. Okay. And that's like, yes, we are closing on a new home Tuesday. My daughter closed on a new home this week too. Yes, many positive vibe. Yes. Requested from all of us. Yes. Yes. Oh, what direction? So this is going to be the one, the direction that might have a challenge, and the one that scares you. You know what I mean? It's going to be the one that might not be the easiest one for you to make. You know what I mean? It's going to be the one that's like, I don't want to say off to the side, but it's going to be the one that is like, you know how it is. It's like spirit always wants you to choose the road that's more difficult, the road that's scarier, you know what I mean? The one that has a little bit more fear, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. And the one that's really more expansive. So whether it's the one that's like farther away, or the one that offers like more of an opportunity, you know what I mean? I don't know why they keep on doing this. You know what I mean? They're like over here, you know what I mean? The one that is requiring like almost like more of you, right? Hopefully that makes sense. You know what I mean? So if you're stuck with a question, you know what I mean, which direction, and this one is like, okay, but I'm really guided this. Okay. And then Kim's like, the action that scares me. How ironic. Yes. Oh, and you know what I do? I always, like 1000%, I always just rely on an external sign. So you guys know me, like I do the yes and then the no thing, and you could just do a yes if you want, like show me this sign for yes, and I give them 3 days. And it's so funny because one girl, I was like, you need to go to real estate. You need to go back to real estate. She's like, I don't want to go back to real estate. And I was like, I'm getting Holland Hayes. And she was like, no, that doesn't make any sense. And Holland Hayes is like roads around here in Michigan, right? And I was like, no, I'm getting like right north of Hall on like the west side. Do you have anything there? Like, how specific is that, you guys? I literally told her, like, down this road, north of this road, on the west side, there's a lot of energy there. What's going on there? And then she's like, oh, that's where my real estate company is. And she lives in Warren. Like, I was like, what? And so it was so funny because I told her she didn't go to real estate. She didn't believe me. And well, she not that she didn't believe me. But then it was really funny because she was like, okay, I want to see a squirrel for no. And I want to see an elephant for yes. And then she went to a park. And I was like, well, of course you're not going to see a freaking elephant before you see a freaking squirrel when you go to a park. When she went to the park, there was absolutely no squirrels around, right? Remember, her squirrel was for no. Her elephant was for yes. And she goes to the freaking park and there's no squirrels around. And she goes to sit down and her bracelet gets caught on something. And when she looks at her bracelet, you know what I mean, to stop it, she forgot what bracelet she was wearing, and it was a charm bracelet, and there was an elephant on there. I was like, woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. Okay, are you ready, Barbara? I chose, like, I had a little bit of 4 as well. One second. Barbara's like, Heather. One second. All right. Makes sense that you picked so Barbara, just the fact that you picked number 4 is telling me that your intuition is on. Okay, because this one totally makes sense for you and what you're going through, right? It's Archangel Jeremiel, and it says, learn from challenges, relax and trust, right? And it says, it's time to move beyond a stumbling block in your life with hope and courage. Okay. Your guidance is to look at your challenges, see them as opportunities for growth, and decide what you have to learn from each. So I know you don't want to see it that way, you know what I mean? But it is like a challenge. It is something in your life. You know what I mean? Everyone is going to pass away. We're all going to have people that pass a life. And it is a heartbreaking, horrible, you know what I mean? I don't want to say horrible challenge, you know what I mean? But it's giving you the opportunity to see life and death in a different matter. You know what I mean? It can actually help you see your mother in a different light as well, and all of your family members, right? And then it says, ask him to unfold his deep purple amethyst light, you know what I mean, to transmit your ego limitations, you know what I mean? So this is like talking about like all of those thoughts that's like, oh no, like, what if this, what if that, you know what I mean? Like all those negative thoughts that consume you, you know what I mean? And it says open up to his inspiration and support and messages of hope, you know what I mean? So it's like really, really being with the angels, you know what I mean? And relying on them, you know what I mean? We're human. We're not supposed to be doing this alone, right? And it says, know that your challenges have been orchestrated for your growth. So just know that when and how your mom passes, it's meant to be. And this goes for everyone that chose number 4 too, is that the path is like set. Nothing is going to happen, you know what I mean? Like out of the blue. Like God won't allow that to happen, you know? And because this card reminds you that sometimes the quickest way forward is to trust and hand over to the higher realms. So honestly, you need to be like, hey, if I need to go to Michigan, you need to let me know. You need to make this happen, and then take that inspired action. So if you get off of here and you see an email that's like, oh, cheap flights to Detroit, you know what I mean? Then it's like, okay, that's going to be your sign, right? And that's the thing. Like I had to tell you guys this, like, when my mom, remember, the angels told me that I needed to spend more time with my mom before she got her cancer diagnosis, like 1 week before, right? The whole lottery situation. And then what ended up happening was I was like, angels, I need to know what's going on. You know what I mean? Is my mom going to pass? Right. And that's when I seen the hearse. Right. So when you talk, like pay attention to those signs, you know what I mean? And obviously I took them really seriously. And then look at this. When I was like, I don't understand why mom is in this cardiovascular wing when she went back to the hospital. I was like, this is a horrible place. I didn't want my mom there. I was like, angels, spirit guides, whatever. I need to know why my mom is here because I know that everything happens for a reason. So I know my mom was sent to this wing for a reason. What the hell is it? I want to know because I'm pissed right now because they are not taking care of her. She needs to be on an oncology floor. And then sure enough, my Aunt Judy noticed it. The wing of the hospital was Ellen Ernest. Well, Ellen Ernst, right? My mom's name is Ellen, and her father, who passed away, his name was Ernest, right? And I was like, Mom, oh my God, it's a sign that your dad is with you. And it's ironic that Aunt Judy saw the sign because Aunt Judy ended up passing away 6 months later, right? And so it's like, and I like, believe me, it sucks. You're gonna make me cry, Barbara, because but the thing is that the more people that we have that pass away in our lives, the more cheerleaders we have. Right. So now it's like you don't have any other, like, you have no more reasons. Like, my mom's over there, my Aunt Judy's over there, my grandma's over there, my Uncle Jim's over there. Like, I have tons of people over there. And it's like, this is our classroom, this is our playground. That is the true home, 1000%. Right. And so it's like, now you can truly go forward and make it having this be the best life you've ever lived because you have such a spiritual posse on the other side helping you out. It's almost like you're playing dodgeball, you know what I mean? And all of your friends are on the side, you know what I mean? Like helping you get through the game, and then you're like, no, but I want you. We made such a good team. And they're like, no, go forward, do it for all of us, win the game. And you're like, and you're still in this horrible thing and you just want to run to the side of the court and be like, no, I want to be with you. I want to be with you. I don't want to be here anymore. And they're like, no, do it for us. Like, that's what it's like. It's hard, but there'll always be a way. When my mom passed, somehow we had to get the money to get down there. Did you get it, Tara? Because the same thing too. Like, how are you supposed to pay for, you know what I mean? Pay for a funeral and stuff like that. Not even a funeral, but even just a cremation. I actually had a GoFundMe account and people just poured in money to it, and it was so helpful to my family. And then Barbara's like, I'm baking like a baby right now. My mama is my best friend, my rock. My life doesn't work without her. I'm balling. Okay. It's like you're baking like a baby. I'm sorry, Barbara. I'm baking like a baby. I was like, I'm sorry. See, that's probably spirit lightening the mood and that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because I was like, wow, babe, I never heard that term before. Spiritual dodgeball. Don't you just love it, Rachel? Oh my gosh. And Tara's like, yes, that's what I just said. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, exactly. And don't you love that? You know what I mean? Like, you're like, sorry for the loss with cancer. And it's like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Just like the community that we have, you know? I gotta go. Thank you. All right. Yes, you have fun. I gotta go too. But I love you guys. Take signs, ask your signs for spirit and loved ones, right? And I'll do my best with the monthly cards and getting them up there, okay? And then Michelle's like, both my grandpas passed away the same year from cancer. Isn't that sending so much love? Sending so much love to all of you. And I hope you guys have a great week. But I'll see you guys again. I'll let you guys know what I'm up to. You guys take care.